In action tonight with live coverage on 102.7 WMOM and the Orioles Sports Network. Tonight's Gridiron action is brought to you in part by House of Flavors Manufacturing, Safe Harbor Credit Union, Smith & Eddy Insurance. Also by Indian Summer Co-op, Crown and Cork, Ludington Paint and Glass. Live coverage of the Ludington Orioles is also brought to you in part by Lundquist Furniture, Benedict's Auto Center, and McGee Insurance. The Orioles Sports Network and 102.7 WMOM are teaming up to bring you exclusive coverage of tonight's game. And without delay, let's go inside the press box with the voice of the Orioles, Todd "Scoop" Hansen.
Welcome to Shelby High School and week 2 of the MHSAA high school football season. Scoop Hansen, the voice of the Orioles, with you on the play-by-play call tonight. Joining me, Evan Cruzy, the Orioles official statistician, also the Ludington boys varsity baseball coach, and my color commentary man tonight. Good to see you again, Evan. And here we are, week 2. It's an absolutely gorgeous night from Shelby. We're on the rooftop here at the press box, and we're getting a little bit of a suntan. Or I should say, I'm getting a little sunburnt.
Yeah, Scoop, I think I'm getting tan, you're getting red, but that's okay. It's a beautiful night. It's going to be back week 2, and we're excited.
I think so. And we'd also like to welcome the other 2 members of our team, and that's Braden Kronline, who is our OSN WMOM technical engineer, and Julia Havman, our OSN camera woman. And we do apologize, folks. We are right next to the speakers here. Unfortunately, that was the only spot we could be up here on the press box. So if you're getting a little bit of feedback from those speakers right there, that's what you're getting, folks. You know, Evan, you look at this. This is the first time Ludington and Shelby have met, actually, since 1965. And they've only met twice, at least since 1950. They met in 65. Ludington won that game 28-20, and they won in 64. They won that game 26-6. So it's been 58 years since these two teams have met on the gridiron.
Hey, 2-0. That's great. Let's go 3-0. And, you know, it's kind of crazy. You know, I mean, we're 25, 30 minutes away. We haven't met. But, you know, I think those days are going to be over in this new league. Once again, we talked about it last week, and we're excited on one of the benefits of this new league. Not only the competition, the rivalries, the distance is so much better compared to previous trips we have taken. So that is a huge bonus to the geography of this conference as well.
Little difference in you're right. 27 miles as compared to 165 miles that we went last week to Petoskey, and a lot of other differences too when you look at the differences between week 1 and week 2.
Yeah, we're back in reality when it comes to where we're at, but hey, that's okay. We're still excited to be here to play some football.
This is old school.
Yeah, exactly.
No doubt
Traditional.
about it. Yes. Well, area games of interest tonight, folks. Week 2 of the MHSAA season. Of course, you got the Orioles here at the Tigers. You got Whitehall is at Hastings tonight, taking on the Saxons. That should be an interesting ball game.
You probably saw what Whitehall did last week to Unity Christian.
Yeah, Whitehall made a statement in week 1 with what they did to Hudsonville Unity Christian. Also, what I think is probably the best game in the area tonight, Muskegon Oak Ridge is at Muskegon Catholic Central. That should be one heck of a gridiron matchup.
Absolutely. We're going to learn a lot about Muskegon Oak Ridge. We're going to be in there in a couple weeks, so we'll definitely keep our eyes on that one.
Yeah. Montague is at Ravenna. That should be a really good ball game, too. Ravenna always competitive in football, and Montague, they're always tough as well. North Muskegon is at Muskegon Orchard View. Manistee at Mason County Central. Beaverton is at Fremont. Hart is at White Cloud, and Perry is at Holton. And the last game with West Michigan Conference implications, the St. Louis Sharks are at Hesperia to take on the Panthers. And we want to make one thing clear to all the listeners and the watchers tonight. This is a West Michigan Conference game, but it is not a divisional game.
Correct.
Shelby is in the Rivers Division. Ludington is in the Lakes Division. So although this is the Orioles' first West Michigan Conference game, it does not count in their standings when it comes to the division, as both teams in separate divisions. Earlier, I had the chance to talk to Oriole head coach Charlie Gunsel, and here's what Coach Gunsel had to say in regards to tonight's ball game. Welcome, Oriole fans, to the House of Flavors Manufacturing pregame coaches interview. Coach Charlie Gunsel, your team coming off an absolutely thrilling overtime victory at Petoskey last Thursday by the score of 37-31. You had to have loved a lot of things your team did last week. Now tonight you get the Shelby Tigers, the first meeting between the Orioles and the Tigers since 1965. Shelby fallen on some hard times since they made back-to-back trips to the semifinals, I think in 2012, 2013. They're on a tough 17-game losing streak right now, but I'm sure your team's not taking them lightly.
No, we're in no position to take anybody lightly. I mean, we were happy with the outcome last week, but there was still a lot to work on, and we're fortunate to get out of Petoskey with a W last week. So, effort was great. Execution at times is where we need it, but we need it to be there all the time. And that's really what this week's been about is kind of healing up. It was an incredibly physical game for a week 1 opener. So we've just tried to get guys healthy, and we're just going to try to execute at a higher level. And as far as Shelby's situation, we don't concern ourselves with Shelby. We concern ourselves, we're early in the year with ourselves. And I know Phil Fortier, I know him well. He's doing everything right here. He will get this turned around. He's the perfect guy for this job down here. And the kids are going to play hard for him, and they're going to play hard tonight. Mm-hmm. And so we just have to come out and continue to execute and play with a little bit of nastiness that we saw for the first time last week. I hadn't seen that in a long time. Mm-hmm. So I was thrilled with that. So we just need to keep working on what we need to do.
A lot of great things last week. Being week 1, I thought it was a very well-played football game. Not a lot of penalties. There were some turnovers. The biggest thing, and I'm sure you and your coaches worked on it this week with your players, with special teams, was the extra points.
Yeah, we spent, we kind of made that the point of emphasis all week. We hadn't had issues going into last week with that, but it reared its head, and so it's something we have to correct, and we've done that with a couple of different ways, obviously increasing reps and personnel, and looked at a few things because those are going to be critical. Mm-hmm. And they were critical last week, and that's why, getting out of there with a W with the special teams errors that we had, we were fortunate. So hopefully this week we get an opportunity, and we will send the field goal unit on, and we are going to kick off, and we're going to do all those things. We just need to do it better. And we repped a high volume. Those kids ran a lot of sprints this week on kickoff, so I think they're in a better place physically and mentally.
Your kickoff team made a nice adjustment at halftime. I'm sure you talked with your coaches to neutralize their kick return of their running back, number 6. I'm trying to think of his name right now, but what a dynamic player he was. The first 2 times you kicked him, he ran him back. One was for 93, one was for 84, I believe. The second half, that made that nice adjustment, though, Coach.
Yeah, I don't know if my blood pressure's been as high as it was the second time we kicked to him in a long time, but yeah, he's a special kid, and it's shame on us for even giving him an opportunity the first time. But we did. We went to the kind of the sky kick in the second half, and it was effective. We almost picked up a couple of them because they mishandled them. So we will probably, start off tonight with some of that stuff. I don't think Shelby has a number 6. I don't think many people have a number 6. But we just need to be more concentrated in our efforts on our special teams. And this week, like I said, the kids have responded well to some very hard coaching. And I really believe they're going to do a better job tonight.
A lot of great things on offense last week. You got so many great playmakers on your team. Like you said, you only got one football. It's hard to spread the ball around to all of your playmakers. But the great play of your offensive line, defensive line last week, and I was really impressed with the play of your 2 senior linebackers, the inside linebackers, Levi Lehman and Trey Forfinski.
Well, I think they're probably 2 of the more athletic linebackers that we've had in a long time. They are true sideline-to-sideline kids, so if we can funnel things to them, they're going to make the play. Both of them last week, I think Levi Lehman took 137 snaps last week on both sides of the ball, and Trey was just below that. So they play a lot of football on Friday nights, and they play it at a very high level. So I was thrilled with the secondary and with the linebacker play last week. We're going to continue to push those kids up front on the D-line to get better, and they will. Offensively, I was happy with our skill. I was thrilled with our offensive line. I thought they held up to a bigger, stronger Petoskey team very, very well. And like you said, there's one football, and but it's a good problem to have. Somebody like a Nathan Gilchrist, who maybe only had 4 touches last week. This week is an opportunity for us to get him more touches, and Levi as well. I think Levi had 4 touches. So we can spread it out, and we've got a lot of different guys that can make things happen with the football.
Well, Coach, it's the first West Michigan Conference game. It's not considered a division game because Shelby is in the Rivers Conference. Your Orioles are in the Rivers Division, and your Orioles are in the Lakes Division. But you get the Shelby Tigers tonight before you open up divisional play next Friday at Fremont. So good luck to you and the Orioles, and we look forward to talking to you after tonight's ball game. Go get 'em, O's.
Thanks, Scoop.
Welcome back to Shelby High School. Scoop Hansen, Evan Cruzy, Julia Havman, and Braden Kronline, the OSN team, working in collaboration with 102.7 WMOM on an absolutely gorgeous Thursday night, the second week of the season, Evan. Next Friday, we're at Fremont, and the games beginning next Friday will be on Friday nights for the rest of the season, hopefully until we have a Saturday playoff game.
Yeah, there you go. That's what we're looking forward to. That's the goal for this year.
Exactly. And that number 6, by the way, his name was Cody Hibbler. I don't know how in the world I forgot the name. I remember the number 6.
Well, I'm trying to forget him because I don't want to see that again.
Cody Hibbler, that was number 6. And as I was talking to Charlie Gunsel here, I could only remember the number, and the name wouldn't come to me. Hey, we want to thank House of Flavors Manufacturing, our exclusive pregame sponsor. Delicious House of Flavors ice cream sold around the world, made right here in Ludington. House of Flavors Manufacturing, proud to help keep our hometown dynamic and support Ludington Orioles sports. Producing and distributing quality ice cream since 1937, and pleased to be an important corporate citizen and premier employer in the Ludington community. That's House of Flavors Manufacturing. Learn more at www.houseofflavors.com. And we also want to thank PM Builders, and they are our exclusive starting lineup sponsor here of the Ludington Orioles on the OSN in collaboration with 102.7 WMOM. PM Builders, located at 913 South Washington Avenue in Ludington. They construct quality homes in the West Michigan area. If you're looking to build, give Scott a call to set up an appointment, 231-398-7463. We're going to get you those starting lineups here very soon. Next Friday, again, the Orioles at the Fremont Packers. That's Friday, September 9th. The OSN and 102.7 WMOM on the air, 6:45 with the House of Flavors Manufacturing pregame show, and then 7 p.m. with the kickoff from Fremont. We're in week 2 of our 4 road games to start the season, Evan.
Yep. I think it's gonna be a mental test the later this goes, right? When you hear 4 weeks to start the year, like, oh, we can get through it, but playing at home is special, and I know we're looking forward to it. We got to take care of business here week 2 to get to that point.
Yes, we do, against the Shelby Tigers. And Shelby, again, Coach Phil Fortier trying to turn their program around. They're currently riding, I shouldn't say riding, that's not the right
No, probably not the right word.
They're suffering through a 17-game losing streak. And, I think back to coming here in 2012 and 2013 to playoff games, watching Shelby, rooting for them. I'd always root for the team. Once Ludington season's over, I root for the closest team to Ludington that is still surviving in the playoffs. And Shelby had a couple of years where they went to the state semifinals back-to-back. Some really fine football teams.
Well, just athletically in general. Shelby, when I was in school, baseball, football, basketball, they did it all. And it's a very prideful community athletically. And they're, like Coach Gunsel said, they're going to get back to it. They're just kind of going through a phase right now. And that's going to happen when you go, you're a smaller Class C school. There's ups and downs, but good coaching staff, good people around here. You can't take them lightly. They do the things the right way, like Coach Gunsel said. So we got to come out here and play hard, play with everything we got.
Evan, our JV team won last night at Oriole Field, 56-34. We're going to talk more about that probably at halftime. Okay. You were there last night.
Yes,
you saw
was.
it. And our JV team now 1-1 on the season. They defeat Shelby 56-34 last night at Oriole Field. We're getting set here for the national anthem. We're getting, and then we're going to have football coming to you on this Thursday evening, this beautiful Thursday evening from Shelby High School, the Ludington Orioles and the Shelby Tigers. Both teams lining up right now for the national anthem. And we are going to send it back to the studio. We'll be back in 2 minutes here on 102.7 WMOM and the Oriole Sports Network. Stay tuned, Oriole fans.
House of Flavors Manufacturing has been producing and distributing quality ice cream since 1937. The company is a contract manufacturer of private label ice cream for some of the premier food store brands, as well as a provider of premium bulk ice cream for scoop shops and restaurants around the United States. For the 220 dedicated workers, employment at House of Flavors Manufacturing is worthwhile work as it brings fun and joy into people's daily lives and important celebrations. The business is always striving to make people smile while enjoying its delicious ice cream. House of Flavors Manufacturing is pleased to be an important corporate citizen and premier employer in the Ludington community. Yummy House of Flavors ice cream, sold around the world, is made right here in Ludington. House of Flavors Manufacturing is proud to help keep our hometown dynamic. You can learn more about House of Flavors Manufacturing at www.houseofflavors.com.
You deserve more than just a fast quote when it comes to your insurance. With over 12 decades of experience, We at Smith & Eddy are here to provide you with the best information and to stand by your side when you need us most. With offices in Ludington, Scottville, and Manistee, we are happy to help at wherever home may be. Let our team of highly trained professionals help you find the best insurance to secure your lifestyle needs. The security you need from the people you know. Smith & Eddy Insurance.
Welcome back to Shelby. Ludington coming off an impressive 37-31 victory over Petoskey last Thursday at Petoskey. In overtime, Shelby fell to White Cloud by the score of 40-20 in their season opener. Right now, we're going to give you those starting lineups. First for the Shelby Tigers. By the way, the Orioles, Shelby won the coin toss. They deferred, so the Orioles will receive the ball first. For Ludington, actually, we're going to give you the Orioles starting lineup on offense first. Starting at quarterback, number 15, Chase Hackert. The tailback, number 5, Trey Forfinski. The H-back will be number 9, Levi Lehman. Wide receivers, actually, let me give you the slot back next. That will be number 14, Aiden Gilchrist. Wide receivers are number 11, Nathan Gilchrist, and number 1, Gage Jones. The offensive line for the Orioles, number 55, Mike Nichols. He's the center. The left guard, 53, Will Luce. The right guard, 52, Charlie Gamble. The left tackle, 62, Corbin Wagonmaker. And the right tackle, 54, Adam Keffer. On defense for the Orioles, on the defensive line tonight, number 50, Colby Nelson. He's a defensive tackle, along with number 23, Carter Nee. He'll be a defensive end. The other defensive end, number 30, Dom Wheaton. The nose tackle, number 28, Derek Dunsel. We'll get to the linebackers and secondary in a moment, but kicking off for Shelby, we're underway here, is number 2. That's Isaiah Garcia, and it's a little pooch kick. It's fielded there by the Orioles' number 11, and that is Nathan Gilchrist. Gilchrist, a short return. He gets the ball out to about the 33-yard line. That's where Ludington will take over.
Gilchrist on the kickoff return for the
Again, that was Isaiah Garcia on the kick there for Shelby. And again, that Oriole offense, they're led by their quarterback, Chase Hackert. He comes out, he had a really, really nice game last week at Petoskey, Evan.
Yes, he did. You know, coming off a lost season last year, we talked about last year, for him to come out week 1 and just run the offense the way it did, poised, controlled, made the throws he had to make. A couple turnovers, looking to clean that up tonight, but a great first game from Chase Hackert last week.
Thought he got a really good game, did a great job managing the Oriole offense. And, here's a high snap. And going back to eat the ball and doing a good job recovering it is Chase Hackert.
Chase Hackert falls on that loose ball.
And we had problems last week on this snap, but it was mainly on the extra point attempts, Evan. Now we have a high snap there, and the Orioles have a loss all the way back to their own 19-yard line. So that's going to bring up a second and a country mile for a first down.
Yeah, not the start we're looking for, obviously. Got to kind of settle in here to the game.
So second down and 23 for the Orioles. Here's a little reverse, and it is Gilchrist. He breaks one tackle, breaks the second tackle. He's going to get the ball out to about the 23, maybe the 24-yard line before he's brought down by the Tigers, number 64, Ivan Fessenden, and number 70, Isaac Neer. The starters on defense for Shelby as the Orioles face a third and about 19 right now. Shelby starters. The defensive lineman, number 60, Isaiah Vega, number 64, Ivan Fessenden, number 70, Isaac Neer, and number 78, Michael Overlaw. The linebackers for the Tigers, 32, Bishop Lee, number 2, Isaiah Garcia, number 8, Trevor Bowen. Here's a screen pass. It's complete, and with it and breaking some tackles, good job there by Trey Forfinski. He gets the ball out to the Oriole 36-yard line, but that's going to bring up a fourth down for the Orioles. Good play call on 3rd and long there.
Yeah, there's not much you can do when you're looking at 3rd and 23 there. Your playbook's limited. You know, screen pass is kind of a safe play. Try to let an athlete make a play. Just a tough first drive there with that opening play.
Well, the Orioles are lining up to go for it here. 4th and 5 from their own 37-yard line. And just see if they're going to try to draw Shelby off sides here, Evan. 10:06 to go. We're just underway here from Shelby, week 2 of the MHSAA season. And Coach Charlie Gunsel wants and gets a timeout. So that'll give me time to go over the rest of these starting lineups, folks. For Shelby, their defensive secondary, number 5, Ben Cedarquist. Also in the secondary, number 12, Trajan Waller. Number 15, Philip Hayes. And number 20, Lalo Garcia. That's the starting defense for Shelby. The Oriole offense, I gave you that earlier. Their defense will give you that right now. Again, that's the defensive lineman, Carter Nee. He'll be a defensive end, along with Dom Wheaton. The defensive tackle, Colby Nelson. The nose tackle, Derek Dunsel. The the linebackers for the Orioles, number 5, Trey Furfinski, and number 9, Levi Lehman. And they are dubbed as the Jack Harlow Combo. That is the nickname for Trey Furfinski and Levi Lehman. Yes, when I was talking with Trey the other day, and Levi, they said that's what their nickname is on defense. Okay, 4th and 5. The Orioles will go for it. Forfinski, he's got the first. He's on his feet, 50, 45. He's down to the 40, the 35, down to about the 33-yard line. The Orioles run a little counter there, Evan, on 4th and 5, and a big pickup for Trey Forfinski.
That is a statement by the Orioles and Coach Gunsel, meaning we're going to let our athletes be better athletes in the Orioles. Put the ball in Trey's hand and let him make a play for you. That is excellent confidence in your players to make plays for you.
1st and 10 for the Orioles. Ball on the Shelby 35-yard line. Trey Forfinski breaks off a long one right there. Now Hackert, he'll give the ball to Forfinski right up the gut. Forfinski still on his feet, and he's down near another Oriole first down. He's got the ball down near the Shelby 25-yard line. Finishing off that Oriole defense, the secondary for Ludington, the free safety, number 1, Gage Jones. The strong safety, number 14, Aiden Gilchrist. And in the other strong safety, 24, Daniel Ramirez. The cornerbacks, number 4, Cole Johnson, and number 11, Nathan Gilchrist. That's the starters on defense for Ludington. We'll give you Shelby's offense here momentarily. Hackert, his pass is away, and it's caught out there. Gage Jones. Jones breaks a couple tackles. He's still on his feet, and he's down to about the 5-yard line of Shelby. Chase Hackert with the pass right on the numbers there, Evan.
Yeah, we saw that play a couple times last week on Petoskey. You know, Gage kind of goes to the sideline there, kind of settles down underneath the coverage. Chase does a nice job making a good throw, hitting him in the chest. And, you know, Gage being elusive as he is can pick up that extra yardage for you.
Week 2 of the MHSAA. We're here at Shelby High School. We're up on the rooftop here of the press box. An absolutely gorgeous September 1st evening.
It's getting better, too, as that sun goes down. It's getting pretty
feeling much nicer. All right, the Orioles with a first down and goal to go, and they'll give the ball. Gilchrist, he is in, I believe.
Yes, sir.
Oh, let's see, yes, touchdown, Ludington. Aiden Gilchrist on the run right there, 5-yard touchdown run for the Orioles, and they take their opening drive. Very impressive considering the first couple of plays there, Evan, when they had the bad snap, and they were converted on a 4th and 5 from their own 37-yard line. Very impressive.
Well, you know, I want to go back to that play again and just that puts, as a player, so much confidence in yourself when your coach says, I trust you to go get that situation. I mean, you're just feeling good about yourself, and now that sets the tone for the rest of the game.
And here we go. Let's see if the Orioles, Coach Gunsel said they worked on this big time last week, and extra point is up and good.
Good to see.
Yeah, that's very good. It was a great snap right there. Up and good by Miles Wilson, the long snapper, Gage Jones this week.
Yep.
And that gives Ludington a 7-0 lead, 8:40 to go in the opening quarter. We'll be back in 60 seconds here on 102.7 WMOM and the OSN.
Hey Oriole Nation, this is Mike Benedict from Benedict Auto Center. We're excited to be at our new location on US 10 between Ludington and Scottville. We're just west of Amber Road. We invite you to come out and say hello, check out the new facility, see what we have to offer. We have all your collision needs. We have licensed technicians so we can get your car back on the road safely. Also, we're excited that we're almost 80 years in the business from when my grandfather and my father did it before me back in the 1940s. We're excited that we still keep the tradition going, and who knows what's going to happen leading into the future. And here at Benedict Auto Center, we're also excited to be part of the Oriole Sports Network, or OSN, as better suited by Scoop. And we look forward to being a part of this going forward, and are excited to be part of Oriole Nation. Go Wolves.
Welcome back to Shelby High School. Scoop Hansen, Evan Cruzy, Braden Kronline, Julia Habman. Ludington takes its opening drive and scores on a 5-yard touchdown run by Aiden Gilchrist. Point after up and good by the Orioles kicker, Miles Wilson. And here we go. Wilson with a little pooch kick right here. And it is fielded there by the Tigers. I believe that's number 12 for the Tigers, Trajan Waller. And Waller hit pretty much immediately right there, and making the tackle for the Orioles on special teams. That looked to be Luke Hackert. And Luke Hackert, after this is just week 2, he's looking to be one of the one of the commandos on the special teams, Evan.
Yeah, you know, we talked about it a lot last week. We need guys to step up in that part of the game here. So if Luke can do it, Luke's a great athlete, another three-sport kid, you know, so that's a great sign for the Orioles.
Shelby has the ball first and 10, their own 45-yard line. Our first shout-out of the night. Evan, I'm going to let you do the honors to your 99-year-old grandma.
Yeah, Rose Foreman, I know she's listening. Big Orioles sports fan. She's actually at home recovering from hip surgery at 99. She's doing great. We love her. My number one fan. Hope she recovers soon. Looking forward to seeing her again soon.
I hope Grandma Foreman's a big fan of mine as well.
Oh, she is. Everyone's a fan of you.
Hey, Shelby's first carry there, and the ball is Trajan Waller on the carry. Ludington closing fast, and that looked to be Aiden Gilchrist on the tackle right there. Again, the Oriole defense starting on the defensive line. The defensive ends are Carter Nee and Dom Wheaton. The defensive tackle, number 50, Colby Nelson. The nose tackle, number 28, Derek Dunsel. The linebackers are both Levi Lehman and Trey Forfinski. That'll be a loss of 1 on the play. Second down and 11 for Shelby. Ball on their own 44-yard line. 7:50 to go. There's a pass incomplete. That pass was intended from quarterback Vaughn to number 44, Levi Cooley. Let me set the Shelby. Actually, let me get to the Oriole defense here.
You already got it, didn't you?
Actually, the secondary.
Okay.
The cornerbacks are 4, Cole Johnson, and 11, Nathan Gilchrist. Free safeties, number 1, Gage Jones, and the strong safeties, 14, Aiden Gilchrist, and number 24, Daniel Ramirez. We'll get to the Shelby offense here momentarily. Third down and 11 for the Tigers. Ball on their own 44-yard line. 7:49 to go in the opening quarter. Ludington 7, Shelby nothing. Ludington scores on a 5-yard touchdown run by Aiden Gilchrist. Here's a pass away, well overthrown right there. He was trying to get that ball there. Bond trying to get the ball to Lalo Garcia. And back in coverage for the Orioles, Cole Johnson along with Gage Jones.
That's something to look for this game. Shelby's quarterback in warm-ups kind of has that sidearm delivery. I think the ball might sail on him a little bit. So if you're a DB, be alert with that ball going high in there. You could have a chance to make a play.
Good point, Evan, and it definitely sailed on him right there. So 4th and 11 for Shelby. 7:45 to go. Opening quarter. Ludington up 7-0. Ludington in their white away jerseys tonight. White pants, black helmet with the orange O. Shelby purple tops, black pants. Black helmet with there's a block! That was blocked there. I think that was Colby Nelson in there. The Orioles have it, and they got great field position. Was that Colby Nelson?
Yes, it was. That was Colby, his second block of the year.
Wow, he had one last week up at Petoskey. Colby Nelson getting in there. He's got a real knack right there, a real niche right there for blocking kicks and punts. Colby Nelson.
You know, he's such a big body, such a strong kid. He's able to get such a good push up front and just kind of push his way in there and make a play.
First and 10 on the 36-yard line.
First and 10 for the Orioles on the Shelby 36-yard line. Speaking of Colby Nelson, we'd like to send out a shout-out to members of the Colby Nelson fan club, Maria Nelson, Fawn Christmas, and Shanna Nelson. I'm not sure if that's Shauna or Shanna Nelson. If I mispronounced your name, I apologize. Here's a run by Forfinski. He's at the 30. He's at the 25 before he's brought down by a couple of Tigers right there, making the tackle, number 5, Ben Cedarquist. And also looked to be number 20 over there,
and Ben Cedarquist,
Lalo Garcia. But a nice run there by Trey Forfinski.
Trey is setting the tone really early this game. This could be the kind of matchup where you just give him the ball and say, hey, this is your game. Go take it over for us.
Take control of the game.
And right now we're off to that kind of start.
We have a penalty flag down, looks like, over there, Evan.
It's too bad, too, because we're in a pretty good rhythm right there.
Yeah, exactly. They're saying last week that there's a couple times I think I've said 60 for the Orioles, and 60 is actually Miguel Mendez instead of saying Colby Nelson. But, hey, first game of the season, we're going to get that right.
Hey, we make adjustments, too, after
exactly.
week one, just like the coaching staff.
Yep.
See what the call is here. Are we picking it up?
So 7:29 to go. Ludington on offense. They're picking the flag up. Okay. Ludington has the ball at the Shelby 25-yard line. The Orioles scored on their opening drive, a 5-yard touchdown run by Aiden Gilchrist, thank you.
Number 20, Joe Benz, is checked in for Trey here for a play, looks like.
Aiden Gilchrist out of the slot back position. Hackert's pass is complete. That's Nathan Gilchrist, and he is going to take it in. And Nathan Gilchrist, a 25-yard touchdown pass from quarterback Chase Hackert.
You just love those kind of plays. And once again, that's knowing your roster, right? You got 3 receivers that can take it the distance anytime. Give it to one of them and say, hey, see what you can do. great job by Nathan there. I think he evaded 3 tackles there on his way to the end zone.
Beautiful catch and run there, and yards after catch, yak there by Gilchrist, and both Gilchrists have a touchdown. Here's Ludington is up 13-0, and here is Miles Wilson in to attempt the point after. Again, the long snapper, Ludington made a switch on that from opening week, is Gage Jones. And I believe that's still Johnny Weinert.
Yep, Johnny Weinert still holding.
Is the holder, number 6, yes.
Him and Miles seem to work pretty well together in these last couple of years.
A low snap, and Weinert is going to be gang tackled right there. So hopefully that's not a precursor right there, Evan. The first one was fine. The first snap was fine, but that snap was low right there. So 7:21 to go in the first quarter. Ludington 13, Shelby nothing. Back in 60 here on the OSN in conjunction with 102.7 WMOM.
When you think about your banking needs, the first place that should come to mind is Safe Harbor Credit Union. We put people over profits and shows in everything we do. I'm Adam Johnson, President and CEO at Safe Harbor Credit Union and former Ludington Oriole athlete. We're excited to once again be the premier halftime show sponsor for the Oriole Sports Network. At Safe Harbor Credit Union, we always put the members first. And here, you're more than just a number, you're family. If you haven't experienced the credit union difference, there's never been a better time to switch. We value our relationships with these student athletes. You can find us in the stands cheering for that next win, or find us in your local classrooms teaching financial literacy. That's what we value, being the local financial institution you can trust with all of your banking needs. When you invest with us, all of your money will be invested locally with local decision making. Your success is our success. We belong to you. Check us out at our new location at 5511 West US 10 in Ludington. We can't wait to have you join our family.
Welcome back to Shelby High School. Miles Wilson has kicked off. It's fielded there by the Shelby return man at the 10, and he fumbles the ball. I believe Ludington has recovered. Let's see here. The return man for Shelby fumbled the ball, and did Shelby, were they able to recover that? Let's see. I thought the Orioles were on it.
It was a mad dash.
Yeah, Shelby does recover. Okay, so good job by Ludington's defenders. Kickoff team getting down there, Evan.
I think I saw Daniel Ramirez flying there. I could be wrong on that.
We'll say Daniel Ramirez getting down there really quick. And the Shelby return man, we didn't get his number.
Number 12.
Number 12, and that was Trajan Waller. Fumbled the ball, but Shelby does recover. Ludington up 13-0, 7:02 to go in this opening quarter. Now we're going to get you that Shelby offense. Finally, folks, we've got you the Shelby defense, the Ludington offense, and the Ludington defense. On offense for Shelby, their quarterback is number 8, Travis Bond. The running backs are number 12, Trajan Waller, number 20, Lalo Garcia, and let's see here. Let's go to the third running back, number 24, Abel Sill. The wide receivers for Shelby, number 32, Bishop Lee, and number 44, Levi Cooley. We'll get you the offensive line here momentarily. Bond looking up, his pass is away, and it's incomplete. It was intended out there for number 32, Bishop Lee. And getting a hand on it for the Orioles there was number 14, Aiden Gilchrist. The rest of the Shelby offense, their offensive linemen, folks, you have number 55, Trevor Fitzgerald, number 64, Ivan Fessenden, number 70, Isaac Neer, number 76, Alex Calixto, and number 78, Michael Overlaw.
Some names in there challenging for the first time this year.
There's some tongue twisters in there. Okay, second down and 10 for Shelby, 6:57 to go. It's a handoff right up the gut there. Not much running room as the Oriole defensive line collapsed rather quickly right there.
Derek Dunsel was in there.
Yeah, Derek Dunsel, the Orioles nose tackle.
Brings up third down and 7 for the Tigers.
Again, that Oriole defensive line, Colby Nelson, number 50. Number 23, Carter Nee. Number 30, Dom Wheaton. Number 28, Derek Dunsel, defensive line for the Ludington Orioles. 3rd and 7 for Shelby. A pickup of a few on that play. Bond's pass is incomplete. Boy, he's getting back there. He looks a little gun-shy right there. The Oriole defensive line getting in there in a hurry. It was intended out there for number 44, That's Levi Cooley. And again, that was one of the Gilchrist. That was Aiden Gilchrist out there in coverage.
Yeah, the defensive line's doing a nice job getting the initial push up front. It's making the quarterback, his feet's not quite underneath him, dropping that sidearm angle. It's going to be tough to hit a receiver in stride, when your feet aren't square and you're throwing basically underhand. Yeah.
Bishop Lee back to punt for the Orioles. He wears number 32. Back deep for the Orioles, number 1, Gage Jones. The near man for the Orioles, number 14. And that is Aiden Gilchrist. Here's a punt. Pretty decent punt right there.
Very good punt.
And Gage Jones watches it bounce, and it's going to take a nice Shelby roll right there. Ludington will take over 1st and 10 from their own 44-yard line. So give credit there to Bishop Lee. A nice punt right there by the Shelby punter.
Flag on the play.
There is a flag on the play. Ludington up 13-0. We have touchdowns by both the Gilchrist twins. 5-yard run for Aiden Gilchrist and a 25-yard or a reception by Nathan Gilchrist from quarterback Chase Hackert.
Still no signal what the penalty is.
Yeah.
A lot of communication going on right now by the sidelines.
We'd like to thank Crown and Cork, another of our fine sponsors, and here's the penalty coming up right now. Well, we thought it was going to come up pretty quick there. Anyway, Crown and Cork, folks, open Tuesday through Thursday, 4:30 to 9 p.m., and Friday and Saturdays, 4:30 to 10 p.m. Everything made with fresh and, when possible, with locally sourced ingredients. Crown and Cork is located at 502 West Loomis, across from the Ludington Marina. Check out our Facebook page specials. That's Crown and Cork. And we have a roughing the punter penalty on the Orioles. Ludington still maintains possession, Evan.
On the 45-yard line.
I'm not sure.
I think that was the garden variety right there. If it would have been the 15-yarder, I think that Ludington Shelby would have maintained possession right there. But that's just, I'm not positive on that.
They didn't change the spot of the ball either, which is interesting. But
Ludington, has it on 1st and 10 from their own 45. Here's Hackert. He'll keep the ball. He's got a lot of running room. Hackert at the 40, 35, 30, 25, 20. He's at the 15, the 10, the 5. Touchdown, Orioles! A 55-yard touchdown run by quarterback Chase Hackert. And Ludington is on top 20-0 with 5:54 to go in the opening quarter. Boy, it was like the parting of the Red Sea there, Evan. Give a lot of credit to that Oriole offensive line.
Chase has got to be thinking, man, this is easy when you got a hole like that to hit. Great job, like you said, by the offensive line doing their job. Man, it's a simple game when it happens like that, isn't it?
I tell you, this Oriole team, week 2, big win last week against a good, solid Petoskey team, 37-31 in overtime. Boy, that game, you talk about back and forth momentum. Oh, my gosh. All right, Wilson in to attempt the point after. Let's see if the snap is there. Better snap. Kick is down. Kick is up. And the kick is good.
Good to see.
Good to see. Ludington now up by the score of 20-0. 20-0. 5:54 to go, opening quarter. And we're going to break now. You are watching and listening to the Oriole Sports Network and 102.7 WMOM.
At Pure Marquette Builders, we build the home of your dreams without the headaches normally associated with home building. Fast, simple, and completely customized to fit your needs. Pure Marquette Builders builds beautiful modular homes in the Ludington and surrounding West Michigan communities. Please call Scott at 231-398-7463 to discuss your future products. Pure Marquette Builders is proud to support Ludington Oriole Athletics. Go O's!
Welcome back to Shelby High School. Ludington kicking off Wilson's kick, and it comes down right there to Shelby's number 20, Lalo Garcia. And Garcia is going to be brought down at about the Shelby 30, let's see here, probably about the 39-yard line, close to the 40-yard line right there. Since the second kick that Ludington made last week to Cody Hibbler, they've incorporated that little kind of a pooch.
Yep, and it seems to be working.
Sky kick.
There
That's
you
what
go.
Coach Gunsel called it, yes, and it seems to be working pretty darn good. Ludington up 20-0. They scored on touchdowns by Aiden Gilchrist, a 5-yard run, a 25-yard pass from quarterback Chase Hackert to Nathan Gilchrist for their second touchdown, and Chase Hackert just scored on a 55-yard touchdown run. Ludington has made 2 of their 3 extra points. The one they missed, the in-between one, that was a low snap. Can't fault the kicker on that. There's a pass completed out there from the Shelby quarterback. That's Travis Vaughn. It's complete to Bishop Lee, and looked like Levi Lehman out there on the tackle, along with...
That's good for about 5 yards, brings up second down.
What did it go? I believe it was
Aiden Gilchrist, yeah. Levi Lehman, one half of the Jack Harlow combo, which Trey Forfinski
Not
and
sure I'm gonna get used to
Levi
that one, if I'm being
called it. They
honest
called
with you.
themselves that on defense. The Jack Harlow combo. Okay. All right, so 2nd and 5 for Shelby. Gain of 5 on that play. Good job right there. The Oriole defensive line crashing hard. Let's see. And it looks like 23. Is that Carter Nee?
Carter Nee.
Carter Nee also there for the Orioles. Number 28, Derek Dunsel. That Oriole defensive line played very well last week up at Petoskey. Next Friday we'll be at Fremont for our 3rd of 4 straight away games to open the season up. Orioles don't come home till September 23rd when they will play the Montague Wildcats.
It'll be a heck of a home opener.
It will be. And then the following week is homecoming. The Orioles host longtime arch rival Manistee. But right now we got a game here. The Orioles and the Shelby Tigers. Ludington up 20-0. Pass is complete. Nice catch out there. And making a nice catch for Shelby. That's number 32, Bishop Lee. And the pass from quarterback Travis Vaughn right there. He makes a nice catch and a big gain for Shelby. Trey Forfinski gets the stop right there as he pushed the Shelby player out of bounds. It's a Shelby first down, 1st and 10. Ball on the Oriole 43-yard line.
First time Shelby's moved the ball over this part of the territory here. See if the Oriole D can kind of stand tall and make a play here.
Travis Vaughn is your quarterback, 6'1", 195-pound senior. And now we have penalty markers down. Oriole defense clapping.
Might have a false start there.
Yeah. We're getting a little bit of a breeze here. Boy, does that feel good.
It's a little toasty over here. The back of the neck will have plenty of color by the end of the night, I think.
Yes, it will. Illegal procedure on Shelby, so that'll move them back 5 yards. And we want to send our second shout-out of the evening to the some of the folks at Ludington Spectrum Hospital Physical Therapy, Zach, Angie, Tammy Sue, and Rachel, and all the other fine folks over there at Spectrum Health Physical Therapy. 1st and 15 for Shelby. Vaughn fumbles the ball right there. Now he picks it up, and he's brought down. Trey Forfinski. Oh, my gosh.
He let him know who's going to make the tackle right there.
He laid the lumber on Vaughn right there. And Vaughn had the ball out, gets it down to the Oriole 43-yard line.
And that'll bring up second
those
down.
Are those tone-setting hits. Coach Gunsel mentioned last year we didn't see that a lot. I think called that nasty kind of football play. It's really good to see that the first 2 weeks. Guys want to make that play, want to set the tone for the rest of the game. Like, hey, you can't just come through here. We're going to hit you. We're going to hit you hard. You're going to have to think about it next time you do it.
You got a great point there, Evan, and Coach Gunsel talked about that in his pregame show. Some of that nastiness, some of the edge,
that you have to play in this game.
Being salty.
Yep. Every great team has a little edge to it.
Oh, Ludington's going to be pulled off sides right there as the quarterback went on a hard count, and Ludington jumped off sides, and that's going to give Shelby 5. Also, a shout out to Allie over there at Ludington Spectrum Health Physical Therapy as well. Can't forget Allie.
Offsides against Ludington.
I heard today from Michael Lacombe. She said that Peyton is doing fine. He was just over in Europe recently, Evan.
Oh, man.
She wanted me to know he had a few dunks over there. She goes, I know you'd want to know that, Scoop.
Second down and 5.
Do we add that to the tally or no?
Yeah. No, we'll add those to the Michigan Tech.
Got a new tally.
Peyton Lacombe dunkometer,
Perfect.
exactly. But it was good hearing from Michael. She says that Peyton is doing fine and looking forward to his season up at Michigan
Yeah, we will
Tech.
be following that closely. Peyton's one of the best kids to come through Ludington in a long time.
Yep.
It's hard not to root for a young man like that.
Exactly. Michael sent me that note on my iPhone. Okay, now there's a fumble, and it's recovered there. Vaughn fumbled the ball, and Carter Nee getting in there and making the play, Evan.
Carter was a kid last year, kind of played sparingly, but when he did play, he was always in everything. He's got a high motor. He's going to give you everything he's got. It's good to see him make an impact here early in this game.
Third down and about
3rd and 9 for Shelby. 2:35 to go. Opening quarter. Ludington up 20-0. Shout out as well to Katrina Genter and Amy McLaughlin. We'd like to wish her a happy birthday. Today is her birthday. She's a big Oriole fan, so happy birthday, Amy McLaughlin. And I saw Trey Wenzel yesterday talking to him, former OSN cameraman. He said he'd be tuned in tonight. So shout out to Trey Wenzel. Okay, for Shelby now, 3rd down and 9, 2:13 to go. Bond's going to go up top, and the ball deflected there. Deflected nicely by the Orioles, number 11. That's Nathan Gilchrist.
Excellent. Great job playing the ball there, right? He identified it, didn't just kind of put his hands, actually turned his head, found it, made a play.
Nathan went up there showing his athleticism. Of course, both the Gilchrist twins, no doubt about their athleticism. He went up, made a nice play, batting that ball away. 4th and 9 for Shelby, 2:07 to go. Opening quarter, Ludington up 20-0. Week 2 of the MHS AA season. Next week, the Orioles at Fremont against the Packers. We'll be on the air with you at 6:45 p.m. House of Flavors Manufacturing pregame show. All right, Bond looking to pass. Shelby will go for it. Pass is away, and great defense out there by Cole Johnson. There's your man.
Cole Johnson. That was all about position right there, right?
Yep.
He kind of boxed him. Kind of like you're playing basketball there, really. Box him out. Don't give him an avenue to the ball. You don't have to do it without pushing him, right? It's just about putting your body in the right spot. Excellent job by Cole Johnson.
Great positioning, Evan, by Cole Johnson as he was defending Lalo Garcia right there. So the Orioles take over 1st and 10. And the ball on their own 42-yard line. Ludington up 20-0. Chase Hackert, the Oriole quarterback. Ludington again in their white jerseys.
Are they growing on you yet or no?
They're starting to a little bit.
Okay, yeah. A little bit. We're getting progress.
Yes. Hackert looking now. He'll start it up. Levi Lehman with it. Lehman at the 45. Breaks one tackle at the 50. Oh, and we're going to have a personal foul or a flag called right there. We'll see what it is. But Lehman just met the Shelby defender there, and that was number 5. That was Ben Cedarquist. And boy, did Lehman ever.
He was earned that tackle.
Yeah, he was going to be the aggressor there.
I'm not sure what the call is.
What a collision.
I mean, it was a very violent collision, but I didn't see anything that made me think it was egregious.
Well, the Shelby defender is holding his left arm right now. He got the worst of it right there.
Going to call holding.
So the holding on Ludington, so that'll negate that play right there. They had a beautiful screen set
block against Ludington.
Great, yeah, we've seen that a couple times again. The little screen to Levi there, kind of waits for the defense to flow one way, all of a sudden slips out.
All right, Evan, was that holding or was that an illegal block? I heard the public address announcer said illegal block. Either way, it's a penalty.
Either way.
So that moves the Orioles back to their own 42-yard line. So all in all, it takes them back 1 yard because I guess they called it a post-possession penalty, which it doesn't make much sense to me.
No, I don't really understand either.
Anyway, it's 1st and 10 for the Orioles. Ball in their own 42. Hackert is under pressure. Hackert still with it. Now he's going to run, and he's going to be driven out of bounds there by the Tigers' number 32. That was Bishop Lee who drives him out of bounds. He has a gain of maybe a yard on the play, so that's going to bring up 2nd and 9. 1:28 to go in this opening quarter.
On that play brings up a 2nd down and 9 for Ludington.
Another shout out to Georgie Ray Wheaton, who's Dom Wheaton's grandma, big Oriole fan. She mentioned to me, Scoop, make sure you take some halls or make sure you take better care of your voice this week.
Hey, it was week 1. We're going to give you a pass, but I'm going to tell you, you got to get better too.
Here we go, Hackert. Nice pass. It's complete. And that's Aiden Gilchrist, I believe. Yes. And right in stride there, Evan. Hackert hits Aiden Gilchrist for a 1st down.
He was wrapped up by Chase Merrill.
Chase throws a very good ball. He's very accurate passer, it appears. Letting his receivers just kind of keep gliding. Excellent throw there.
We saw him hit a lot of his receivers perfectly in stride last week, and that one, same thing right there, hitting Aiden Gilchrist right there. 1st and 10, Ludington. Ball on the Shelby 42-yard line. It's a handoff, and with the carry, that's
Joe Benz.
Joe Benz, nice little run there. Boy, some nice shifts right there. And he
not bad when Joe Benz is your backup running back,
exactly.
By the way. What an asset that is to this team.
Daniel Ramirez also a running back.
For Shelby.
That'll bring Benz. Benz gets the ball down to the Oriole just inside just inside the Shelby 35-yard line down to about the 34. 2nd and 3. Gain of 7 for Joe Benz on that carry.
Joe Benz, quiet kid, really doesn't say a whole lot, but don't be fooled. He is as good an athlete as anyone on that team. He can make plays as well.
Another player with a lot of passion, and also look at Hackert. He's still on his feet, finally brought down, but he's got an Oriole first down, as I was mentioning about Joe Benz. Very competitive.
Yep.
The heart of a warrior, kind of like a Gage Jones.
Yes.
Just a little bit quieter, although Gage is pretty quiet, too.
Oh, don't let Gage fool you. He can be loud.
First and 10 for the Orioles. 14 seconds to go in the opening quarter. Ludington up 20-0.
That might be it for the first quarter.
Yep. You are watching the Oriole Sports Network and listening to 102.7 WMOM. Your score at the end of the first quarter here from Shelby High School. The Ludington Orioles 20, the Shelby Tigers nothing. Back in 60 seconds.
Indian Summer Montmorency Tart Cherry Juice is packed with natural anti-inflammatories to help reduce pain after exercise. It's the ultimate antioxidant that combats soreness, getting you back to the gym or on the trail faster. Indian Summer Tart Cherry Juice, ready to drink from fresh pressed tart cherries, grown and produced in the U.S. and always gluten-free. It's just sweet enough and priced just right. Bring home the great taste of real fruit. Bring home Indian Summer Montmorency Tart Cherry Juice. Ask for it at your local store.
Welcome back to Shelby High School. Scoop Hansen, Evan Cruzy, Braden Kronline, Julia Havman, the Oriole Sports Network in collaboration with 102.7 WMOM. Right now we'd like to give some love to some of our wonderful sponsors, Benedict's Auto Center, providing the best in auto body repairing and painting since the 40s. Benedict's Auto Center would like to remind you to exercise extra caution on the road. If you do end up with a scrape, or if you're an offender bender, or if you suffer major collision damage, call Benny, 231-613-4111. That's Benedict's Auto Center, 1742 US 10 between Ludington and Scottville. Also a shout out to Indian Summer. They are proud to be a sponsor of the Oriole Sports Network and our Ludington area athletes. We wish you all the best for the season of sports. Play strong, play proud, and as always, stay healthy. Go Ludington Orioles. And, of course, to Lundquist Furniture. And they are located at 203 North Main Street, downtown Scottville, West Michigan's largest furniture store, family owned and operated since 1940. For your furniture needs, call Lundquist, 231-757-3368. Back to action here, first play of the second quarter. Hackert will give the ball to Forfinski. Forfinski down to about the 20, to about the 18, and he's tackled there by the Tigers' number 20, Lalo Garcia.
Orioles. Tripped up by Lalo Garcia.
Lalo Garcia, I'm sorry, I've been mispronouncing it.
We'll get it. Brings up second down and 3 for Ludington.
Let me make a note of that. Lalo.
You are a true professional.
Lalo Garcia. Learned that during my Navy days. All right, 11:27 to go in this opening half. Ludington up 20-0. Orioles have the ball on the Shelby 18-yard line. Hackert surveying the area. He's got a receiver break, and it's caught. And it's a first down inside the 5-yard line, and he had to thread the needle.
I was just about to say that. Way to thread the needle.
You talk about threading the needle. Hackert's pass complete to Gage Jones. Gage made a nice catch right there, but it was right on the numbers, and it was right between two Shelby defenders right there. Orioles have the ball on the Shelby 2-yard line.
I'm going to be honest, when he let it go, I'm like, boy, that's going to be tight. Double coverage, but hey, he put it on the chest like we talked about earlier. He throws an accurate ball. That's a great example right there.
Shout out, Evan, to the Oriole faithful here. Only made the 27-mile drive. We've got a nice turnout.
Yeah, it's good to see. You know, that was one of the negatives last week being on Petoskey. It's really far for people. It's good to see the Oriole fans
Levi
back.
Lehman. And Lehman's going to be stacked up right there. That play didn't look good right from the beginning. A bit of a high snap.
Yep.
Then the ball was bobbled there a bit. By the time Lehman got it, he had about 3 Shelby defenders right in his face. The Orioles did good just to maintain possession right there.
9, Levi Lehman on the carry for Ludington.
10:34 to go, opening half. Ludington up 20-0. Week 2 of the MHSAA season.
That'll bring up a second down and about
second down
3 to go.
Goal to go for the Ludington Orioles. We're at a Wildcat formation right now with Trey Forfinski in the backfield. Trey is our halftime show player in the spotlight. We talked a little bit about this, Evan, the Wildcat. Trey will go right off his right tackle. He's in! Touchdown, Orioles! Trey Forfinski with a 3-yard touchdown run, and Ludington up 26-0 with 10:09 to go in the second quarter. Out of the Wildcat.
Those are the kind of situations Trey is just going to be highly successful in, right? Those power situations where he can just kind of put his head down and go. Once again, got to give credit to the offensive line. Kind of winning the initial battle and let Trey do the rest. Great play call. Keep it simple. Just do what you're doing best, and that's getting the push up front, running right up the gut.
Wilson in to attempt the point after. Miles Wilson Wilson. He's a senior. Johnny Weinert will hold. He wears number 6. Gage Jones. This is a nice snap. And the kick is, I don't know, it's miffed there, but the pass is, it's just short though. Johnny Weinert completed the pass there to Trey Furfinski, but there was a host of Tigers there that bring him down. So
I don't know if that was intentional or if it was a whiff. It kind of looked intentional.
It kind of did look, because it was a good snap,
Yeah,
Evan.
it was.
It was a good snap.
It was a good hold. I didn't see anything that went wrong there. We might have just been trying something
Ludington
there.
up 26-0. 10:09 to go in the opening half, and you are watching and listening to the Oriole Sports Network and 102.7 WMOM.
Hey everyone, this is Trent Lundquist from Lundquist Furniture. We've been serving West Michigan since 1940. We're here to serve you guys as a full-blown furniture store. So we have mattresses, we have recliners, we have dining room tables, anything that you would need to furnish your house, we have it. And we provide one of the best services around on the west side of Michigan. We will go anywhere in the whole state of Michigan. We will deliver it, we'll service it, we'll take care of you. I just want to appreciate you guys for being customers of ours, and we're here to serve you, and that's what we do. We're here for the Orioles. We're here for the Cardinals. We're here for the Spartans. We're proud to be a sponsor of this Oriole Sports Network.
Welcome back to Shelby. You know, talking to Oriole film man Mark Pettinato right there, we think that Miles Wilson's cleats may have stuck there, Evan.
Yeah, it's not. Miles just doesn't whiff on a kick, so something obviously had to happen there for him.
And the Orioles almost still pulled off the extra point there on that pass. There's a fumble. Shelby does fall on it, though. The Orioles almost still pulled it off right there. The pass was complete from Weinert to Lehman, but couldn't get it into the end zone. Anyway, the kickoff right there, that was a bit of a more length on that kick right there from Wilson.
14,
you know, it's really good to see an adjustment with special teams. One thing Miles is doing is putting the ball really high in the air and letting that coverage get down there. You know, let him catch up, not out kicking the coverage there. Another great example of that.
Ball was recovered there by Sebastian Melkor for Shelby. 10:08 to go in the second quarter. Ludington up 26-0.
Correction, that was Levi Cooley falling on that loose ball for
We'd like to send out early birthday wishes to Tyson Pettinato, who turns 18 tomorrow. Former Ludington Oriole football player. So happy birthday wishes to Tyson Pettinato. The Oriole defense, and there's a sack, and I believe that was 28,
Derek Dunsel.
That was Derek Dunsel on the sack for the Orioles. Derek Dunsel, he was in there with all of his defensive line mates as well. They were right there.
The defensive front is just dominating this game. Where, you know, Derek Dunsel, just excellent job there.
Dunsel with the sack, and he is starting tonight at nose tackle for the Orioles. The defensive end, 23, Carter Nee. The other defensive end, number 30, Dom Wheaton, and the defensive tackle tonight, Colby Nelson. And boy, Colby's really he's making a name for
Colby
himself.
was right there as well, right?
The first 2 weeks here. You know, he was in there. He didn't start last week up at Petoskey, but when he did get in there,
he's being a difference maker.
He's a difference
maker.
maker.
Hey, if you keep making plays like that, the coaching staff's going to notice. They're going to keep giving you more opportunities.
Exactly. Loss of 10 on the play. Second down and 20 for Shelby. 9:10 to go in this opening half. Ludington up 26-0. The Orioles have scored touchdowns by Aiden Gilchrist, Nathan Gilchrist, Chase Hackert on a 55-yard run and a 3-yard run by Trey Forfinski. Nathan Gilchrist touchdown, that was a 25-yard pass from quarterback Chase Hackert.
Timeout, Shelby.
Timeout, Shelby. And we're going to step aside right now. Ludington up 26-0. You're watching and listening to the Oriole Sports Network and 102.7 WMOM. When you think paint, think Ludington Paint and Glass. The local source for all of your projects with over 5,000 colors of top quality Benjamin Moore and Pittsburgh paint, you are bound to find the perfect colors for your next painting project. We are your color match experts. LP&G can help you design your Pinterest-worthy all-glass shower enclosure, bringing a spa-like feel to your home. We cover all your glass needs with on-site service of broken windows and screens and custom-cut tabletops, mirrors, and plexiglass. Ludington Paint and Glass, mixing paint and service since 1948. The local store with more, located at 213 South James Street in downtown Ludington. Call Ludington Paint and Glass at 231-843-8250. Follow us on Facebook at Ludington Paint and Glass. LP&G is proud to support Ludington sports. Welcome back to Shelby High School. The Orioles up 26-0. You know, last week, Evan, I said that Orioles quarterback Chase Hackard reminded me of the actor Aidan Quinn, was an 80s actor, and I said from the movie A River Runs Through It. I was wrong on that. Actually, the movies that I remember Aidan Quinn from are Reckless, which was a great 80s movie where he started with Daryl Hannah, and Legends of the Fall, another great movie.
You're just an honest man to correct yourself like that. You know, not everyone would do that. Yeah, that just shows that you're high character.
It bothered me all weekend that I got that wrong, so I wanted to clarify that and confirm there. There's a hold right there. Yeah, they're going to call it too. There's a run right there by Shelby, but that should be called back. That was we saw that.
That was obvious.
Plain as day from up here in our vantage point above the press box.
Flag on the play.
Carrying the ball for Shelby there, number 44, Levi Cooley, and he's ran out of bounds there by Gage Jones. Also Levi Lehman, part of that Michael Harlow. Did I get that right? The Michael Harlow combo.
Jack Harlow? I don't know. I'm not
Jack or Michael?
I'm not cool anymore.
Jack
Scoop,
Harlow.
so I have no idea.
I had that double confirmed there with Braden on that. You know, he's a lot younger than us, so he let me know on that. Okay, holding on Shelby. Also, a shout out to Dr. Mark Yeck and Ludington Chiropractic. You know, Dr. Yeck, he really hooked me up last Wednesday. I went to see him before we made that drive to Petoskey on Thursday. Sill on the carry, 550-pound running back. He's a senior. Nice gain by Sill, and he gets the ball all the way out to the Shelby 20-yard line. You know, I was talking to my old high school journalism teacher, Don Barbo, recently, and he remembers